loss were the Campbells. Seeing a foe charging across the field, Drake tossed down his claymore, then retrieved the longbow from his back. He fired, felling the man. Beside him, Kieran repeated the process when another man behind the first approached. Kieran laughed. "Lord, such excitement besting your enemies, putting your skills against mighty warriors. Killing is never fun." Drake couldn't help the harsh note that crept into his voice. "Battle is the stuff of men, and life," Kieran protested. "Aye, but not of amusement. Do you find nothing else pleasurable these days?" With a rogue's grin, Kieran replied, "How well you've forgotten me since I last saw you." "'Tis right you are." Drake grinned, despite his disapproval of Kieran's notions. "You always enjoy a good wench." "Or two." Shaking his head, Drake retrieved his sword and whirled away to discover another attacking Campbell. Kieran leapt in front of him and severed the warrior's head from his body. His Irish friend let loose a sharp battle cry. Drake turned away, hoping the spirited fool wouldn't get himself killed. At the top of the rise, Drake spotted his father. Lachlan took a minor blow to the leg from an opponent. Racing up the incline to his sire, Drake exhaled in relief when his father seemed to right himself, his broad silhouette standing proud against the orange-black sky. A man wearing his father's colours arrived to help dispense of the Campbell. As the lowlander's body fell to the damp earth, Drake's father nodded, his expression one of concern. Drake nodded in return. The sentry beside his father turned toward Drake. The dark-haired man was not one he recognized in the orange light. As the soldier spotted Drake, the man's grey eyes widened, with surprise, apprehension. The stranger whirled about suddenly, and plunged his bloody knife into Lachlan's heart. With a cry, Drake raced to his sire as he fell to the ground. The unknown attacker fled over the hill, into the waiting blackness. Drake wanted to give chase, slay the bastard. But he looked at his father grasping at his chest, struggling for air. Disbelief tearing through him, Drake dropped to his knees at Lachlan's side and placed his trembling hands over his father's jagged red gash, settling around the deadly blade. "Drake," he moaned. Panic welled inside him. The wound was deep, the area a vulnerable one. Blood seeped around his fingers, hot, sticky. Around him rose the cheers of Guildford's men. "Bleeding Campbell cowards," one shouted. The battle had ended in victory, but Drake could only stare at Lachlan in horror. "Father, I am here." "You will do well, as chief," he coughed. "Chief, nay. Do not leave me. We will find some way to heal you." Drake heard the desperation in his voice. Cold panic rushed through his veins. His father could not die. He had no wish to replace Lachlan as chief, or usurp his older half-brother Murdoch to the claim. Gritting his teeth, Drake knew the blade must be removed or his father would die. With a grimace and a pounding heart, he withdrew the knife from his father's flesh with one hand and pressed the other tightly against the seeping wound. "You've been a fine son." "Do not talk like the dead. Who loyal to the MacDougalls would plunge this blade into you?" he shouted. "Who?" "Not mine." His father's voice was fading. "Stay with me. Don't let the damn Campbells defeat you." "No, the Campbells," he gasped. "Who?" "The man. Murdoch's." Lachlan coughed, then fell limp at Drake's side. "Nay!" Drake shouted to the heavens, but his father's chest no longer moved with life's breath. Clutching the weapon of his father's demise, he could still scarce believe that his beloved father had been murdered before his very eyes, and by one of his half-brother's men. Drake cursed the sibling he had always hated, but never more than now. 'Twas no matter of questioning why Murdoch had resorted to murder. Drake knew. His half-brother sought power and wealth, both of which their father had been set to deny him as punishment for his misdeeds. Somehow, some way, he would avenge their father's murder. Drake vowed to repay Murdoch's evil in kind, no matter the cost. Footsteps rushed toward Drake. He restrained an urge to hide his father's body from prying eyes. God, how he wanted to go back in time even 5 minutes, keep his father safe from Murdoch's perfidy. Gasps and curses lit the air around him. His father's most trusted soldier, Duff, knelt beside Lachlan's fallen figure, shock transforming his face. Then he saw the blood.